In this video we're going to be making a little monster cake pop. You don't need a lot of different things, so I've basically got some sponge cake that's crumbled up. So literally just a normal sponge cake, and you're just going to crumble it up by rubbing it together in your hands until it creates breadcrumbs. Now if you've got a really crusty edge on your cake, you don't want to put that in, as you'll find it's difficult to roll them into balls if you've got the thick edge bit in. So we've just crumbled up the cake crumbs, and we're just going to add some buttercream to that. Now quantity wise, I tend to guess. I just put it in until I'm happy with the texture and consistency of it, but you don't want to put too much in that becomes too sickly that people won't want to eat it. So we're just adding in the buttercream. We're just going to mix that in. So once it's all mixed in, you're going to take some and we're going to roll it into a ball. Now it's a little bit sticky, is mine. I think making it a ball shape is the most difficult bit. And when you've got it into a ball shape, we're just going to put it on here. So I've literally just got a baking sheet that's lined, just so that, not lined, well, it's got greaseproof paper on it, just so that we can put these on here without worrying about them sticking. And you're just going to keep going. You want to try and get them all similar sizes. So I've got a few rolled out. I'm not going to do loads and loads of them. What I'm going to do is put them in the fridge just for 5 minutes to harden them just a tad while I'm melting my colour melts. For the cake pops, I've bought some new colour melts that are the Renshaws ones, so I'm going to give all these a try. I've bought a few different colours. So for this video, I've just melted some colour melts, and now I've used the Renshaws green ones so that I don't have to colour them myself. You can microwave them in the pot, or I've just melted mine in a bowl. What I'm going to do is just dip my cake pop stick into the colour melts. I'm going to push them into the bottom of my cake pop. I'm not going to push it too far in. And I'm going to dip it in there, twisting it just a little bit, not too much. And then I'm just going to let it drip down a little bit to cover just the tiny bit at the bottom that I've missed. Okay, so once you've got it covered and you got rid of any excess, I'm just going to tap that because there's a little bit more coming off. I'm just going to stick it into a polystyrene cake dummy just until it's dried like that. So once our cake pop's dried, I'm just going to take a little bit of white fondant. You can use modelling paste if you prefer to use modelling paste, just see whichever one works best for you. And what I'm going to do is just roll some little eyes, and they don't all have to be the same size. You can do as many or as few as you like, and they're just going to fit onto our cake pop. And I've just got a little bit of water on my paintbrush, and I'm just going to put it on the back of my eyes that I've made, and I'm just going to squash them onto my cake pop. If you find that it doesn't stick with water, then you can use a bit of royal icing to attach it. And just position them wherever you want them to go. So I'm just having 4 eyes on my little monster cake pop. And what we're going to do now is just paint some centres into the eyes. Now, if you want, you can use black fondant and roll the tiny little black dots. I'm just going to use a bit of black food colouring on the end of my brush, and I'm just going to paint in some black circles. Okay, and because he's a monster, you can have googly eyes. They don't all have to be in the same direction. Okay, so it's now got some eyes, so it's a really simple cupcake is this one. And we're just going to paint him on a little mouth. And we're going to paint him a little smile on this one, and I'm just going to do it slightly to one side. Again, just using the food colouring like that. Okay, and you can do them with different numbers of eyes, different facial expressions. and they look quite nice and they're simple to make and nice for kids' parties. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the images of the other videos suggested. Also, please do subscribe to my channel using the button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can also visit my cake website and my Facebook page to see more cakes and ideas.